Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Patience and if today is your first time coming across my channel, you are highly welcome. Please don't make it your last by subscribing and clicking on the notification bell so you get notified whenever I post a new video. And if today is not your first time, you are highly welcome. You are the real deal. Thank you for coming back to my channel. Thank you for subscribing to my channel. And without further wasting you guys' time, let's get right into the topic of the day. You guys already saw from the topic that I'm going to be talking about how I met my husband and how I knew I wanted to settle down with him as my husband. So let me not waste you guys' time. Let's get right into the story. So before then, I had this best friend, Amy. We're neighbors, and we had this culture. We went to the same secondary school actually, and after secondary school, we became friends and all. And we did ramps. I did ramps in Makurdi, and our friendship grew better and all of that. She was my mom's best friend. I said was because my mom is late, and my mom really like her. Anytime she's on holiday and she comes to our house, my mom really like her and all of that. So we had this tradition that Christmas crossover night or New Year, we spend the time in the evening with ourselves, maybe in each other's house, eating meat and gisting. So this particular December in 2017, she traveled to her village at that time, and she told me, oh, she'll not be around, that she'll come back later in the evening. So I told her no problem, that I'll be at home, that when she's back she should let me know. So when she got back, now she called me and she was like I should meet her outside the gate and I should bring her goat meat for her. So I fried goat meat and I took it to her. So when I got to the car now, I saw her sitting with somebody and I was like, me, who is this fine guy? And she was like, come on, I should give her meat and all of that. And I gave her meat and she introduced us, and she was like, oh, Patience, meet my elder brother Dixon, and Dixon meets my best friend Patience. And we're like, hello, hi. I was just being in my best behavior. I was like, hello, hi. And I gave them the meat, and she was like, oh, would I want to go for crossover night in the evening? And I told her yes, that I would like to go for crossover night. So she said okay, once I'm done I should let them know, so let her know, then they'll come and pick me so we can go to church together. And I was like, no problem. So once I was done that evening, I dressed up, and yeah, she actually came to pick me with the brother, and we went to church. So while we were in church, this crossover this particular Christmas was the new year was on Sunday. I think so, yeah. So the crossover night was not the one that you will stay till the next morning. So it was just till around 11:30. So when we were in church, I was busy gisting with my friend, and all of that. And it was just so quiet, and I was just taking note of him. I was like, why is this brother so quiet like this? So when it was time for prayers, I saw that this guy forgot that he came with babes. He was just kabashi. Ami, this your brother can pray, because my friend is not that type of person. I was like, Ami, this your brother can kabash. And she was like, I should come on, I should leave him alone and all of that. So we closed from church and we went back home and all of that. They dropped me in my house and I went back to the house. So a few days later, he wanted to leave, and he asked the sister to call me, that he wanted to see me. And when I went to meet him, he asked if I could give him my number, that he would want us to be friends, that he wants to get to know me more, and that he wants me to give him my number. So I gave him my number, and he traveled back. And while he traveled back, we continued talking, we continued gisting. He sent me a SIM card that he would subscribe monthly, and we would talk for so long. We pray in the night. He was just a friend. And I think during this period when he came home, he already told his dad that he had found a wife or something. And the dad, now anytime I come to the house, the dad will be hailing me extra. The hailing changed all of a sudden. And if you know my father-in-law, he's such a jovial person, he's so playful and all. So he was always hailing me. So I asked him, what did you tell your dad? And he told me that his dad that he had found a wife. That he had found a wife. I'm like, who is the wife? He said, me now. I'm like, he said yes. Meanwhile, this guy did not ask me out or anything. No. So while I was in school, be on call after class. When I went back to school after class, he would call me for long. He knew people that were going to the same school with me, so he would send them with gifts, come and give me denim jackets. Okay, we used to call it boyfriend jacket at that time. He'll call me, he'll send me those things, and I'm like, why, brother? Why are you sending me boyfriend jackets and all? So there was this day he came to visit me in school. Meanwhile, he have said this thing, that he told his dad he had found a wife and it was me. So he came to visit me in school and he brought me gifts, fruits, books, motivational books, a lot of them for me to read. I'm like, me that hate school, how will I join? How will I join my education with reading motivational books? So he brought them for me, and like, he was that type of friend that was always there for me. We tried dating, it didn't work out, and we went our separate ways. So fast forward to 2018 when I finished school and I graduated. And at this time, we're still talking, like we're always talking on phone. In as much as we tried dating and it did not work out, he was still my friends, because that is it. That's why they said, marry your best friend, because when the marriage do not work, friendship will work. Like, we're still friends, so we always like talk on phone and so that's how I met my husband. So fast forward to when I wanted to, like, when I graduated and my school mobilized me, he called and he was like, where do I want to do my NYC? And I told him I wanted to like do it in Abuja, and he was living in Abuja at this time. So I told him I wanted to do my NYC in Abuja. He said, okay, that do I have anybody that will work it for me? Because Abuja is not somewhere that you can just get like that. So I told him, no, I don't have anybody. So he told me, okay, I should send him my details and all. Then he worked it, and I came to Abuja for my NYC. During this NYC period, we still tried to date, but it did not work out. So we just let it be. We became friends. He was still my very good friend. Like, he would always send me gifts and all of those things. I remember one time that I traveled back home after camp, and I wanted to like get my things to come back to Abuja and all. He went to the house I rented. Then I had a roommate, and he dropped off things, like essential things that we need: hot plates, gas, cylinder, all those things, bowl, undies, curtains, so many things, and he dropped them off. And my roommate called me and she was like, that this your friend brought so and so. And I was like, okay, keep them till when I get back. And yeah, we continued like that, and I started another relationship, like how I decided that I wanted to like be with this person. So in 2019, I lost my mom, and when I lost my mom, he like played a very huge role in my life as my friend. Like, he was always there for me. When I started living in denial of my grief, he was always there for me. He was always praying for me. He would call me for like church programs and all of those things. And then in this period I broke up with the person I was dating, and this period I was single and I was grieving my mom and all of that. So he would always like check up on me to know how I'm doing, how my day was. He would send me Bible verses. He would speak to me, like he would speak words of encouragement to me and all of that. When I'm like letting go of myself, he remind me of my dreams and all. So in 2019 to 2020, COVID happened, and everybody were in their houses and all. And this period, I had time to like talk with him more, and we started gisting. We got to know ourselves better. I got to understand the type of person he was. Right from time, my husband is a very shy person, and so when I like knew he was this shy person, after like during COVID, I started to like go very gentle in the way I handle things with him. So I asked, and we continued talking. So after COVID, he asked me if I could come and visit him, and I told him sure. I went to his house and we sat. He made food for me, he cooked for me, and then we watched movie, and I stayed for long. When I was about leaving, he hugged me for a very long time. When he hugged me for so long, I was like, what is it? Why are you hugging me like this? Why are you still my friend? Like, why are you still here? He told me like he really likes me and he wants us to still give this relationship a try and see how it goes this time around, for real and all. So I told him, okay, he should give me time, that I was going to get back to him. And when I left, guys, like, this particular thing he said to me, like he wants us to give it time, for real, kept ringing in my head. And I was like, okay. I decided to like analyze my life and check his too. And I checked and I was like, what am I really looking for? And a few weeks later, I called him and I told him, yeah, I want to give it a try. Let's try it again. And yeah, that's how the journey continued. And yeah, we are here now. We got married and all of that. Guys, let me tell you guys something. No sign. I feel like, for me, there was no sign to like, oh, this is the person you are going to marry. No angel visited me, nothing. It was just a careful and conscious decision for my life. I didn't let anybody make it for me. Besides, my best friend Ami, that was the younger sister, she did not play. Like, she's this type of person that when she knew we were dating, she let us be. She was never this type of person that wants to like, oh, contribute or support the brother or support me. She was just floating. She was not concerned with her relationship or anything. She said if it was going to work, it was going to work. But if it's not going to work, that me and her were still going to be like best of friends and all of that. And during all these periods that we would have issue, she will be aware, like she will know that, oh, we have issues, but she never for one day asked, oh, babe, what happened to this, what happened, and all of that. No, she gave us our time, and I felt that was a very nice factor to us understanding ourselves. And throughout this period, like, I never had any sign that, oh, this was the person. But then his kindness towards me, like his thoughtfulness towards me, guys, see, if there is anything you are looking for in a life partner, make sure that person is kind. I cannot overemphasize the importance of kindness in a partner. Like, this guy is so kind to me. Like, he is so selfless with himself when it comes to me. So those were the things that made me knew, like, oh, I wanted to marry this person. For me, money was not the issue, because I was this type of person that wanted to work. What he have was not the issue. I was willing to work and bring to the table. He was not even doing bad at that time for himself. And I checked his family and where he's coming from and all of that. And I had no issues to like worry. Besides, he was my neighbor. Like, his dad was my neighbor already. Like, I was already a friend to the family, and later discovered that my dad was already a friend to his dad and all of that. So it was never really a big concern to me. Like, who he was never a big concern to me. I wanted to marry somebody that was kind. Like, I could not let go of the kindness, that know God for himself. And if you remember in the beginning of the story, I told you guys he was kabashing in church. And aside from that, he wake me up in the night to pray with me when I was in school. I remember calling him one time that I wanted to write a particular course I was so scared of, and he told me I should not worry. He prayed with me and all. And yeah, those things stood out for me. And he's this type of person that when he forgives you, because there were days like, see, I'm this type of person that I will get the demon inside of you out, because I don't want to be all nice, mushy, and when we get married, I don't know who you are. No, I really frustrated him. And at the end of the day, like, he was such a gentleman. And if you're a young lady watching me, I'm not here to give you advice, but then follow your intuition, follow your mind. That thing your mind is telling you. If you have doubt about this person, then there's actually a doubt about the person. But then if you don't have any single iota of doubt, then that person is the right person for you. If you are waiting for sign, oh, God is going to bring sign from heaven to show you, all I know is that all I wanted was that I wanted a God-fearing man. I wanted somebody that was hardworking, had something doing, the basics of life, that can feed me, clothe me, give me a roof over my head, and I can also do the same thing, because I wasn't willing to be this type of wife that, oh, maybe when my husband come and ask me for something, I will not be able to like assist. No, I wanted to be full on my own. Then that was it, and this person happened to be the person for me. Yeah, if you enjoy watching this video, don't forget to like my video, share with your friends, and also give me a thumbs up, and let me know in the comment section what are your thoughts to meeting a life partner. And yeah, thank you guys for watching. I love you guys. I'll see you guys in another video.